No. Now, what was your name again? Brian. You have a last name, if you want to say. Brian Tom. Okay, you work with the Parks and Recs, correct? And you're here also a part of the SWEEP program that they're doing here. That was unofficial, no paperwork, no nothing. So you're part of the team. Like, what is the goal? The goal is to warehouse people? Or just to remove to where you make, okay, well, Seattle is not an eyesore or something like that? No, well, how do y'all hold court? You just here. All right, well, thank you. All right. How you doing? You have another card by chance?
No, I don't have a card.
So what's your part of the SWEEP program? As far as you with the one table, or you with the new program that they're coming up with?
I'm just learning.
You just learning?
Yeah.
And what, I mean, do you feel like this is humane to approach people like this?
I didn't see anything wrong with it, actually.
So you don't feel like nobody's just, if you in a tent and I just grab your tent and I start shaking it, you don't feel like that's a violation of anything?
No, I really didn't.
Why? Well, why not?
She could have spoke a little louder.
Oh, okay, so you're giving a solution as far as how you approach another human being.
Yeah.
So you guys are a part of the what? The one table, or the new supposed to be how to address homeless?
Good morning, navigation team. You got 30 minutes to pack your stuff and move, okay?
So you with Parks and Recs? You with Brian over there?
I'm with Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Okay.
Are you?
All right, tell me about it.
What?
Yeah, how long you been a part of this? What you said, navigation team, or what? What do you call it again?
What's that?
What do you call your team, or what you doing?
Navigation team?
And how did that come about?
The mayor asked for people to do body work?
No, the mayor was supposed to be a part of the one table. Are you familiar with that? The one table where all the different cities come together?
No.
Oh, okay. So see, that's the thing. How can you be part of a system that's already having gaps in their improvement, or as far as on how they address whatever issues that are out here? Like how do you actually stop this? Like what does this do?
Do you have a solution?
Of course, I already have plenty of solutions.
What's your solution?
My solution would be for one, to treat individuals like they're human. Secondly, you house in certain sections, like this used to be. This used to be an area for tramps. I don't know how long you've been in Seattle, but DeSoto area has always been an area for individuals in certain situations, whether you be a logger, fisherman, whether you're working, whatever. This has always been an area of refuge. Now, you guys have redeveloped it and made it into what you want it to be, and now being out here is an eyesore that you don't want to see because your children or whoever is asking you, Mommy, why so-and-so right there? And you don't want to explain it. You don't want to tell the truth. Then at the same time, you have eugenics, which plays a major part of here. You know, the idea of Redmond. Okay, let's keep it white, or let's keep it foreign. The idea of South Seattle, let's keep it black, let's keep it this. East Seattle, all of these little different politics that are being presented on all of us, and we're just playing roles. You wearing a uniform, it's like a stage play. Then the next 30 days, you come back out and you do the same thing again. That doesn't make any sense. Everybody should have a right to live, especially if you're from this country. And you mean to tell me you could go around unannounced, like I told you yesterday? You could have left a note and say, hey man, I'll be here tomorrow. You could approach it totally different, but you approached it like an athlete, like you're a superstar, like this is a game. Why? I mean, what do you get out of that?
So how does me approaching you and saying good
We
morning?
never had no appointment. You could have left a little note up under the tent and say, hey man, I'll be here around this time and I would like to talk with you. Maybe that would have won some respect in my head to say, okay, well, at least this person is approaching me like I'm a human.
I've never asked. I've never.
Okay.
I've never been asked when I approach anybody that I'm required to make an appointment.
Well, why not? If you know that they're camping there, you got cameras all around here. You see what people camp at. It's not that difficult to say, oh, okay, you camp over there. All right, well, let me leave a little note to say, hey, I've been around. Let me do something humane.
What's the difference between me Leave it
Because
go
for one,
and just
how
have a
am I supposed to
conversation.
see you under a tent? If you in a tent right now and I just come and approach you,
What if the person can't read?
it doesn't matter if the person could read or not. They know that somebody left a note. They know that somebody made an effort.
But if they can't read it,
Well,
they don't know what the
okay.
note
Well, how
says.
can you expect somebody to approach a tent and they can't see who it is actually outside, and they're supposed to believe you word for word?
So what do you do if it's a house? What do you do if you're approaching a house? to knock
Oh, you
on
send
the
them a
door,
letter.
right?
You send them a
You
letter.
knock on a door
No, you don't knock on the door. You send them a letter. You send it through their mail
to say what?
to say whatever it is you need to say.
Okay, what's
You just cannot go and knock on
for
people's
you,
doors.
For
But
you,
you can't.
No, you can't.
For you prefer
No.
someone
Okay.
leave you a note.
When the last time you read a law dictionary?
Where does it say I can't go read somebody's?
When the last time you read a law dictionary? You ever heard of public and private property?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that private, if that property is private, you cannot just go and invite yourself on there. You have to send them a letter. Do you have land?
Interesting way.
But do you have land?
Yeah.
Can I just go and knock on your door?
No, because my land is
Okay,
entirely
but
fenced.
it don't matter. See,
Therefore,
again, that's
it's not-
another way of saying private. That's all that's saying. Putting up a fence
But
is
that's-
another way of
but
saying
that's
private.
established.
So I have to do what? I have to do what? Send you a letter.
So for you, this is for you because not everybody.
No,
listen to me,
okay,
not everybody
all right.
agrees with you, right?
Okay.
Some people I talk to, they're like, "Oh, thank you for coming, actually talking to me,
Mhm.
shaking my tent. I really
Mhm.
wanted to talk to you. Thank you for waking me up."
Hmm.
So for you, your solution and what you would like is for us to leave you a note saying, "Hey, we'd like to talk to you tomorrow." But then some people, their phones don't work. So
Well, it's not even that. My phone doesn't work. But here's my thing.
That's what you.
I understand where you coming from, but here's the thing. You have about 3 or 4 different feeding places around here. You have all kind of places to where you could at least be around and you could introduce yourself and you could say, hey man, you know, I'm with the navigation team or I'm doing this and sometime we're gonna be in this area, this area. It's the lack of communication and transparency that's going on around here. And then you can't expect everybody to be a cookie cutter and play this role or that role.
I'll be honest with
You
you.
know, because
What's
that's
your first name or what can I call you?
a human being. How about
What's the
that?
name?
No, just call me a human being.
Human being.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You're the first person I've ever come in contact with that I've had this conversation with that didn't like the approach that I've had. Okay, and verbally told me they didn't like that approach.
Mhm.
So for you, human
Imagine
being,
it's on the.
we can leave a card. We'll let you know. Not everybody's going to know that, but for you, you know,
It's
maybe
not.
that's
It's,
how we can
no,
work
no.
with
It's
that.
it's about the idea of.
But
Are you
not
familiar
every-
with the Constitution?
But not everybody agrees.
But are
with
you
it
familiar with the
on the
Constitution?
same thing. So for you, we
See, there we
discussed
go.
that. Listen
There
to
we
me.
go.
We discussed
But you're not the referee.
situation, but you still have 30 minutes to move your.
I mean, it's not about that.
Okay.
It's about the idea of you using taxpayers' dollars
I
and then you
understand.
acting as a
But you can
referee.
go to city council
But at the same
about your
time,
issue.
you were not elected.
Yeah, but
You
can
took
go-
an oath.
You can get to the city
I
council.
understand all of that,
Right.
but the
you
idea
still
is
have
that
up
you
to
took
15
an oath.
minutes
Did you
now to
not
move
take an oath when you put on that badge?
Human.
All right then. So why are you violating that oath?
We're not.
Yes, you are.
Absolutely not.
Well, where's your paperwork? The people that you're moving, are you handing them paperwork? Are you saying, hey man, this is the reason why? Are you saying anything?
You see all the signs that are posted up in this area that say this is an emphasis zone. You're not allowed to camp here.
Mm-hmm.
You see those?
Mhm.
So you're in violation of that.
Okay,
correct?
so what if a person couldn't read?
We just had that conversation.
No, I know, but how just
You've
putting
already
up a sign?
established
How
that
just
you
putting
can't
up a sign? Who does that apply
But here's
to?
the thing. For you, you've already established the fact that you can read,
Mhm.
right? You've already established that with me by telling me that
We're not
you
talking
don't
about
need
me
to be doing
personally. No, I'm talking about as
I'm
each
talking about you
individual. Now, if you put up those
I'm talking about you
signs to say, I don't know if that mean,
Clearly-
hold
clearly
on.
you're in
I don't know if that
violation.
mean you talking about that property right there, or if you talking about right there.
that. Clearly, you can read. 'cause
So what?
see
You
the
can read
map.
too. Now what is that talking about? Is it talking about the land right there, or is it talking about the sidewalk? Which one?
You can see clearly that it has an
No.
outline.
Which one?
It's got an outline on it.
But they have a judge, and there's a thing called due process.
We're not gonna do this.
See,
Listen,
of course
listen,
not.
listen to
Of
me.
course
Listen,
not.
human, we're done talking.
See,
Okay,
there
if
you
have
go.
Any more questions? We'll talk to you later. But you only have about 15 minutes
Mhm.
to pack your stuff.
It doesn't
And
matter.
if you need shelter, or
You have a good
services,
day. You have a
we'll
good
assist you
day.
with that. Okay, you too,
Yep.
Mr.
Happy eugenics.